We're gonna have to
Okay,
go
as a
back and
preview for everybody.
we're gonna have to go back and do that over. Mike forgot to hit go live, people. Even though it was on my phone, I don't know. Mike's slipping, I guess.
It had to be Mike's
Anyway,
fault.
if you didn't, I'm just joking. If you didn't get it before, welcome to the Colonel's Chronicles. Doing another live stream with my buddy Michael Lee White. Jack of all trades, master of all, expert of all. Whereas me, I'm just a jack of all trades, master of none, expected expert of all. Hold on, I got to get this marshmallow. But anyway,
I had
as
hey,
I was
Scuba
telling,
Steve. Steve's in the house. Very
hey
good.
Steve, welcome, welcome. As I
I,
was
I
telling
told
Michael,
PK and Steve we're going live. They
yeah,
should be here. PK should be here soon.
yeah, I'm extreme. I was telling Mike, I'm extremely exhausted. Been packing boxes all day, actually trying to pack my tools up. And some of my tools, I have a DeWalt wood planer, and I'm almost getting to the point where I can't even lug that thing around without hurting my back. So I packed up, or was getting packed all my heavy stuff today. So I'm beat. And I told
It's
Mike,
time for a permanent home. That's what it's time for. A
well,
permanent
it's not
home. Build your
it's not gonna
garage. You have your
it's not gonna
workshop.
be but it's not gonna be where I'm going. That's not gonna be my permanent home. So, we'll see what happens.
Why don't
I
you
know
come
the
to
house on a
Masbate? We'll put you in a permanent place over here. That way you
uh,
can build your garage. You can buy
yeah.
your vehicle you want. You can have everything you want, and you don't have to worry about moving anymore.
Well, I'm gonna have to save up
Moving
some funds
sucks.
before I'm gonna have to save up some funds before I do all that because just to get Wi-Fi, the Starlink Mini is gonna set me back. Setting up a solar system is gonna set me back a little bit. And there's a little wrinkle: a foreigner can't own land. So,
You can lease land.
I'm totally alone. Yeah, you could lease, but stop solving my problems for me, Mike. I'm putting up, roadblocks here for reasons why I'm not doing things. Yet you're solving all of them for me. But
Well, I got a
yeah,
little plot of land right over there where my captain's cabin is, right above it. I've got a nice little plot of land up there. I got that total lot is 3,395 square meters. I'm gonna
yeah.
build Judith's house at the top, and
The way
then
you
I'm gonna
guys
put there's
listen,
room for more homes up there.
the way you guys do your karaoke. I don't
Hello,
know,
Michael
brother.
Apostle.
I don't know, brother.
Yeah,
Your
you
barangay
won't like our karaoke, huh?
your barangay captain. What he did ain't gonna be nothing compared to what I might do.
You're gonna be on the front porch singing with us. What are you talking about?
Well, I might be on the front porch going like this. La, 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 la. But yeah, once you hear me
Nah,
sing, you'll know.
you'll be dancing with the ladies. I already know. You'll be
I
up
got no,
there boogieing with the ladies, just like
I
I
got no
am.
problem. I got no
Exactly.
problem with that. It's just I only
There
got
you
one
go.
dance move. Unless I start doing the Thai dances, which is all the, and yeah, I got to get the fingers bent back. Wait, can't get my fingers bent back. Yeah, all that. Yeah,
No, you'll have
some
a
of
lot
the,
of fun then. You're already a natural. You'll love
yeah,
it.
you know, I could do the singing, but I can't carry a tune to save my life. You know, but
Me either. You ever hear me sing? Have you
yeah,
ever
I know.
really heard me sing?
I was trying to be nice. I wasn't going to say anything about anybody that's singing at your house, but
Mules make you sing good.
yeah, yeah, I don't go there. I don't go there. Yeah, I don't know. I might would get into it if I'm the one doing the karaoke. But I tell you what, when my neighbors here where I live, they do it. It just drives me bananas. It makes me crazy. And
Steve's asking, when are you moving? When are you
as,
moving? Good evening, Michael.
Steve, as soon as I will be moving, as soon as the truck rolls in here, and oh, sorry about this thing bouncing. But as soon as the truck moves in here, yeah, I'll be going. I'm kind of waiting, trying to get the best price on the best truck because it's not going to be as cheap
I
as I
think it's
thought it
time to
was.
just go. I think it's time to
Well,
just go. Get the
yeah, well,
freaking truck in there and get the hell out of there.
I got somebody doing the truck for me, so I'm kind of waiting on that individual to hook me up and
Yeah,
do all the Tagalog and everything and work out the better deal.
that's the X, right?
No,
Okay,
no,
good then.
no, no. This is an acquaintance. It's a
Okay,
friend of a friend, and
right. Michael
but he,
Aposto says, "Good evening, guys."
yeah, I need to stay on time. Oh wait, are we? hold on. There's 7 people, but we're only getting. Don't forget to hit that like button if you don't mind, folks, because that helps me out a little bit. And
We
come
got
on
3
into the
likes in
chat
the room.
room. Say hello to the
Yeah.
host. Tap that
Everybody,
like
please say
button.
hello.
Yeah.
Please,
And
please say hello,
we
guys.
we will interact with you as you. Which I'm trying to get better at it, but I'll be quite honest. Why it's
Yeah.
difficult for me, I can't see with my glasses. That's why you see me going like this. I'm trying to see through the, you know, yeah. But
You're looking through the bifocal part.
when you see me going like this, it's because I'm trying to read the chats because they're so small. And yeah, I got to look through my bifocal part. And because like right here, it's if I look straight on, it's blurry as all get out. I go like this, it's semi okay. But
You know
everybody looked at
what I ended up
I'm
doing
looking.
though?
I know what
Change
I
your
want to do.
vision, single vision, not bifocal vision. Go back to single vision
I don't want to do
with the
that.
bifocal prescription. No, with the bifocal prescription, and you're going to see just fine. Everything
Well,
will be just fine.
I like the transitions though because for computer screen and whatnot, or depending how far back I don't know. I'm used to it. It's just I need new glasses, and I hate this. I hate these glasses. I can't stand these glasses. Ever since I got
Or
them,
just take them off. How about if you take them off? Can you read? Try it.
Mike,
Try taking them off.
Mike,
I'm only
I'm
sitting
blind.
10 inches
Mike,
from mine.
I'm blind, dude. You want to see how close I
So
would
am
have to
I. I
get?
have 400
No,
plus,
you want?
420.
I'm 650, man. I used
Take
to be
them
close to
off.
7.
Try
You
them.
want to see how
Take them
close?
off.
You want? I
Yeah.
can't see you. I can't see you.
Okay.
You want to see how close I
Go a
have to
little
get
closer.
to see? Right there. I would have to be like,
Oh, nice.
well,
Can you
I'd have to
read?
be like this. I'd have to be like
What
this
did
the whole
Scuba
time.
Steve say? What did Steve say?
Yeah, he's taking off and read closer. Yeah, well, Scuba Steve, but then everybody's going to see my head all the time, and we don't, Although I did just shower and shave. I shaved the dome, shaved the face, the wrinkles. Yeah. So no, I can't. I've been
I
wearing
just,
glasses
you see, okay, I'm going
since
to
I
read
was 10 years old.
Kulaks in Latin. Orangutan says, Allahu Akbar. Well, hello to you, Kulak. How are you? Why don't you come in with something normal like hi instead of Allahu Akbar? What does that mean? We don't understand what that means.
I think that's a bot myself.
I think it's a bot too. I think it's a
Yeah.
troll. Why wouldn't you just say hi? We're 2 guys sitting here chatting. We want to chat with you. Scuba Steve says, Doug, you are a handsome young man. Woo!
Well, Steve,
You're Muslim. Well,
I'm
nothing wrong
happy
with
that
Muslim. We love Muslim in our room.
yeah,
You
that's
don't have to
okay.
come in Akbar.
But we
Allahu Akbar from
you're in
Turkey.
Turkey.
Well, thank you for
Well,
coming in.
and thank you for speaking English. I don't
Yeah.
care. Not worried about the Muslim stuff, but I got to be able to understand what you said. If you'd said salam alaikum or whatever, then I would have got that. But
I need to
and we
go
can
get
do,
my translator to fill out. What is Allahu Akbar? Does that mean
all
screw
right.
you, or what does that mean?
No, I thought that was God. I thought he was saying Allah Akbar, which is what God is great, I think. But
I hope he's saying God is great. He's Muslim. He's from Turkey.
yeah,
That's wonderful.
yeah.
Thank you for
Welcome to the
coming in.
channel. But feel
You're the
free to talk
first
about.
person from Turkey we've had in here. In all the times we've gone live, you are the
Yeah.
first one from Turkey we've had in here. I
Well,
know.
I had
Thanks
somebody
for
from
joining us.
not Turkmenistan. I had somebody from Kazakhstan. Was it Kazakhstan on one of my live streams
Yeah, I
early
remember
in the
that.
morning? Yeah, yeah. That was
Well,
interesting. I kind of like that.
Sir Kulak, why don't you hit the subscribe button so you can come back and chat with us anytime you like? Give us a thumbs up. Come back anytime. We
Yeah,
love
and
everybody in the world. Okay,
yeah,
we do.
and just Mike's a little nicer than I am. But my attitude is more like you don't want us to say no Allah, so you shouldn't be saying no Jesus for us that are the Christian persuasion. That's just being polite. Something you might want to think about. But anyway.
Yeah, be respectful in our site. I mean, we're here to be
If you're going
respectful
to
of
be
everybody.
disrespectful, then
We love
you got
everybody. So love us back as we love you.
treat
One
everybody
day
the
we might be
same.
shaking hands. One day we might be giving you a big old hug.
You never
It could
know.
happen. You never know. So be polite, be respectful always. We love you too. I'm not
No,
Muslim.
we're not
I'm
Muslim.
non-denominational. But
I have no
I don't know
beard.
what Doug is.
I
Yeah,
have no beard. I'm not wearing a
I'm
kufi.
not Muslim, but that
I
doesn't
mean,
mean I don't like Muslims. I like everyone. I think everyone in
yeah,
the world is just as equal as everybody else. Nobody
you
is
treat me
better.
fair.
Nobody is worse.
Yeah, you treat me fair, I treat you fair. I've been around a lot of
Exactly.
Muslims before, and I lived in Thailand, or I had Muslims that were neighbors. I rented from a Muslim family, so that's not an issue
Mr.
for
Kulak,
me.
we both live in the Philippines. Doug and I live in the Philippines, and our channel is all around the Philippines. You know, we want to teach people how great it is to live in the Philippines. So people who don't, you know, they may feel persecuted in their country or they feel like they're not wanted in their country.
Yeah,
Just know
we're not
you're
trying to
always welcome in the Philippines. Okay. Everybody
we're
will
not trying to
welcome
start a
you.
fight with anybody
Exactly.
except
Everybody
Mike.
will
I'm going to
welcome you
start
with
one with
open
you.
arms, sir. You will love the Philippines if you ever come here. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's happy. We have Muslims here. We have Catholics here, non denominational. We have
My goodness,
Protestant. We have every
we got
religious
everything
type
here.
here.
You got
But you
Jehovah's
know what?
Witnesses here. You
We
got
love everybody.
Latter Day Saints here. You got it all, the whole gamut, Pentecostal, the whole
Yeah.
gamut, you know?
We're respectful and we're kind to everybody. And that's the way we run our channel. We're not hateful, mean. We don't talk down to people. We're not better than anybody. So if you
Yeah.
come in here, just remember you're just the same as us. We love you just the same as everybody else that comes in our room.
How are you on
You're
moderating,
welcome.
Scuba Steve?
Thanks for coming.
Are you a YouTube guru, Scuba Steve? I don't have any moderators yet,
Well,
but
you
I
can
could
add
use a
me as a
couple.
moderator too.
I could
Have you
use a
added me as a
couple.
moderator yet? Click on
No,
me.
no, because I don't like you that much. Hold on.
Ah, okay, never mind then. Hell with that.
I'm joking. You know I'm joking. It sounded funny though. Let me see if I can figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Click
Just
on
go to
your
my
picture.
picture.
I got it. I
Yeah.
got it.
You go down, add
Add a
moderator.
add as a
They have
carburetor.
two, standard
Okay.
and managing. You can just go standard moderator on everybody. Don't give anybody managing moderator
Okay.
capability.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you
There we go.
about that later.
Yeah. I think we did before. I
Okay,
know where you're going.
Sir
I know where you're
Kulak,
going with that.
orangutan is
Standard
saying,
carburetor.
okay, he says,
Okay.
we have none, we have no but Allah. Okay, so he only believes in Allah. And that's fine.
That's okay. You
Because you
can
know
believe
what,
in the moon
Mr.
god.
Kulak,
All right.
we don't discuss religion in our show either. We don't talk about anybody's religion. So you can be
I'll just,
anything you want to be. And we
yeah.
don't talk about anyone's religion. We don't talk religion. We don't
Yeah.
talk politics, religion. We
If I'm
talk about
alone,
life.
if I'm alone and I'm a little bit different than Mike. If I'm on alone and on a live stream, I can talk, spiritual things. You might, it's like I said before, you won't like what I have to say because I'm not Muslim. However, I'm
Right.
still respectful and I demand respect from other people. So if you want to come into my live stream and be disrespectful to uh, Christians or Catholics or people of other faiths, then I don't want you here. I'm sorry. That's just the way it has to be for me. But if it's going to be a point of contention, we're just not going to discuss it. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So,
because
Mr. Kulak, if you're going to be
your God is
respectful,
not
we'll
my God.
be
I'm
glad to
sorry.
keep you in the room. We're glad to keep you in the room. You can watch what we talk about. We're talking about the Philippines. I just got back off a boat. I've been fishing for the last 4 hours. I didn't even get a shower. I just combed my hair and put on a shirt, and here I am. I stink like fish, but you don't know it because you can't see that through the camera.
Oops.
But I just spent 4 hours on the boat. You should have seen the awesome fireworks show, the lightning in the sky that I just watched. I did a 7-minute video. I did all kinds of videos on it.
Well,
Hello,
hello again.
Jen, Marai, how are you? Sergeant USA is here. Howdy. To all future
That
Panay
gang
Pasa brothers. Yeah,
Sergeant, that's
Sergeant, he's coming to
Daniel,
Panay.
right?
Yes, Kulak. I am drinking right now. I'm drinking a Smirnoff Mule. It's a ginger drink. Yeah, very good. I do. I don't think you drink alcohol. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Do Muslims drink alcohol? I don't know. If religion is
No,
100% your lifestyle, then you don't drink alcohol. You don't eat pigs. I don't know. Do you eat goats? I don't know.
Yeah, they eat goats.
Good evening, Jen. How are you? Welcome to the show.
They eat goats,
Please
Mike.
like
They
and
just
subscribe
they're
if
not
you
gonna
have not.
eat pork. They're not gonna eat pork or anything along that, but goats for sure.
Jen says, I do. I drink too. You know, I drink mule. I don't drink too much Red Horse anymore. I used to drink Red Horse a lot.
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
haram mean? Haram.
Knowing Jen, Michael, she could probably put away a lot of alcohol, probably. Yeah.
Colonel, I'm fixing to go kaboot to this guy.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Do what you got to do. And he wants to preach at us. I'm not, it's okay.
He's out. He's gone. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what
fine.
mods do for you. That's what we do. That's what moderators do.
Well,
When you get
that's
clowns
why-
in the show, you don't have to boot them. We let
I
them go
hooked you
once
up,
or
Steve.
twice. We try to communicate. I always
Yeah,
try to communicate with them, Doug.
Yeah, honestly, let them talk. Let them talk and let them do their thing. That's the more
Yeah.
chats are just going to help me out. And
Exactly.
but after a while, I could tell that he was he wanted to
Obnoxious.
criticize Christians and start a fight. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to do that. I settled my fights a
Jen,
different way, and I'm not
Jen,
allowed
are
to do
you
that
live
anymore.
now?
She's doing
Jen
a live stream too.
Sopakobarai. Have you subscribed to
Mike.
my channel?
Mike,
Yeah.
I can't let you go anymore, Michael. I got to tell you, man. That's one of my ex. That's my first ex here in the Philippines.
Okay, well, I was going to ask.
Yeah.
She says I'm doing a live stream too, but has
Yeah,
she
she's
subscribed to my channel yet?
She's probably on TikTok. She's
Jen,
probably
have
on
you
TikTok
subscribed
more
to
like-
my channel, Thriving Philippine Expat?
I think she has because she's watched us before, I think. But she's supposed to be hooking me up with some subscribers. I don't know. You better get on it.
I wish she would hook herself up on my channel
No,
too.
No, Michael, this is
Graceline Love. Hi. Graceline's
this
in
is the-
Indonesia.
This is the woman
We're
who
in
helped me
Indonesia.
move. Mike, this is the woman who helped me
See-
move from Thailand to here. Helped me out a lot.
Okay.
And
Wow,
all the
that's nice.
Bayan boxes and everything. She helped me out a lot.
So this is the one that you said you contacted in Thailand, and she gave you a bunch of
When I was in
subscribers from Thailand.
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought she
Stay
helped
with
you
the
that
story
too.
here. This was my first Filipina girlfriend. Okay. She helped me move from Thailand to here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your first
she has
girlfriend.
always helped me out. Steve, I've been here 2 years, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a
Very
newbie.
nice.
But I was in Thailand for 9.5 years too, which is kind of the same as the Philippines, just the language is different. So
Jen says X, and she's crying.
well, what do you want? She crying? She's laughing. No,
That's a
that's
cry.
laughing. That's a laughing.
She says, "Hi, X."
That's-
She's crying. Look at the next
That's
one.
laughing.
No, not the next
No,
one.
Mike, those are laughing emojis, man. You need to talk to your kids, man. Those are laughing emojis.
I don't know.
Your
It looks
kids
like
will
you're
teach you.
crying to me.
No, that's not
Jen,
fine.
are you laughing or crying? Jen, I know you speak good English. Are you laughing or crying? Is she laughing or crying?
She's laughing.
Laughing.
And this one?
Laughing.
Laughing what?
Thank you.
Which
Thank
one's
you,
laughing her
Ella.
ass off?
Was
Which
that
one's
Ella
laughing her
or-
ass off? Micah.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, Micah. Help your dad
Is
out
she
there,
laughing her
Michael.
ass off or just laughing?
That's laughing and
Which-
that's laughing.
Which one's a harder laugh?
The first one. The first one's a
Oh.
harder laugh.
Doug knows. I don't
Yeah.
know all this stuff.
I use it all
It's
the
like
time.
both
I use
of
those
them.
all the time. So
So
Jen,
Jen, come
thanks
on
for-
over to my channel. Come on over to my
Thanks for
channel and
coming
join
in.
too, please.
yeah, thanks for coming into the live stream, Jen. But I won't
Yeah.
tell any secrets if you don't. So
Guys, please like and subscribe. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. Doug needs
if-
people to come
I
into his
will-
channel and give him a
Mike,
thumbs up if you're here.
let's help Jen out a little bit. This is a very nice woman. Okay, she's a beautiful
Okay.
lady. She's not old.
Then she
She's
goes
still
live?
young. She's in her
Can I click
early
on her
40s.
channel? What if I click on her name? Will it go to her channel?
I don't think she does YouTube, man. She does TikTok. Jen, are you
Okay.
doing YouTube? I don't think you're doing YouTube.
Huh.
So
Okay, never mind. I don't do TikTok. I delete it off my phone
Oh,
because
I'm
China's
sexy.
using it to spy on me.
Okay. All right. She says she's sexy, and I'm not gonna say she's
I'm
not. I'll
sexy.
just put it that way. But everybody, you got to remember, Jen. Not everybody likes everybody the same way. Some people like girls that look different. And some people like big girls. Some people like little girls. Some people like tall girls. Some people like short girls.
What's your TikTok
So,
account?
but I'm glad that you
Some
have
of us are
confidence and you
married
think you're
already. We
sexy.
don't like any kind. We just have our wives.
Papa,
I
what's
mean,
your TikTok
I
account?
mean, if I hadn't have thought she was sexy, I wouldn't have dated her to begin with. Let's be honest. So, I mean, you
Yeah.
got to have some
Yeah.
physical attraction to somebody. What's in the heart is most important, for sure.
But
What's in the
Doug,
heart is
she's
most
got to have a
important.
YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel, or she wouldn't be in your YouTube page. You can't come here
Right.
from TikTok. You have
Right?
to have a
No,
YouTube
that's not
channel.
what that's not what I'm saying, Mike. I don't. She doesn't do.
What's your TikTok
I
account?
don't think she doesn't do
Find
lives,
it.
or
Search it.
she
Search
doesn't
it.
do anything on her channel. Everybody has a channel, but she's not doing her live from her YouTube. She does her lives from TikTok, unless she started
Ah,
something new.
okay.
And I
I've
think
got
I
Micah
already,
looking her up.
I
Where,
already
this one?
did, Jen. I already did. So I already subscribed to your channel. So
Is
So,
this
Steve,
it
what?
right here, Jen? Is that her?
Hold on. No, that's not her. No, but that's a
It's
pretty
not her.
girl.
What's her name?
Yeah.
What's her name?
JHEN.
JHEN. Do it just like it.
Sopico. Marai. She put it in right, but you selected
Well,
Jen Sopico.
I don't know.
There's
she
Jen
probably
and
has
Joy. There's
several. She probably has
there's no
several channels.
JHEN. There's no JHEN.
Oh wait, maybe you
Do
have
it
to
too.
So
subscribe.
It's got to
we
be.
can't follow
It's
you.
going to
I'm
be the.
sorry. I
It's
tried.
going to be the. It's going to be the way it comes up on the screen, Mike. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
going to be
it's not.
that's her YouTube name.
My daughter looked it up because she was going to follow her, but she cannot
Well,
because Micah likes to follow people.
type it in with. Yeah, I know she followed me. I thought that was cute. I followed her back, but do it
Yeah.
without spaces and see if it comes up.
Do
So-
it without spaces. JHEN Sulpico Marai without spaces.
Then
Just to see.
SULPICO
But we got 7
MARAY.
people in the room, 5 likes. Let's get 2 more likes so we can all be accounted for.
it's still there.
And
Yeah.
so, Steve, what I was trying to ask you is, what have you been doing today? Anything interesting? Mike's been out
Oh,
fishing.
you're on TikTok. Look
I
on
know
I've been
this
TikTok.
is
packing.
TikTok.
Oh, look on Facebook. Are YouTube silly? That's her name on YouTube. This is her
I
name
can't
on
remember.
YouTube.
I know what's
Look
her...
it up. You're on TikTok.
Jen,
She's
what's
not
your
the same
on
name on
TikTok? I
TikTok.
can't remember. She used to be really active on TikTok. I don't think she's doing that much anymore. I don't know.
Mike is very active on TikTok. She loves TikTok. You used
Sometimes I
to.
don't use my phone.
Oh,
Jen, are we allowed to talk about your boyfriend? Because Mike would appreciate that, being the ex-Navy man that he is.
we don't want to talk about people's boyfriends. There she is, right
Oh,
here. Got her.
You found it?
Right here. This is her. Yeah.
That's her in the corner. Yeah, that's her. 100%.
Hey,
Yeah.
beautiful lady. Yeah, you're a
Yep.
lucky man, Doug, to even have dated her.
Well, I did.
Follow her.
And yeah, we're not going to tell that story. So we'll just
Okay,
leave it.
Steve. Steve
Out
says,
of
I went to
respect
look
for
at a
her.
boat for sale. Tell me about this boat, Steve. I
Right.
tried to call you. You didn't answer the phone. Tell me about your boat there. 18-footer. How many horsepower motors on that thing? Outboard?
He said he sent you pictures, Mike.
I didn't
your
get any
opinion.
pictures from you. No, never got a picture. That's why you asked me, what did I think about this? It was nothing there. There was no picture.
Papa, look at my
That's why I
old
didn't know what to
channel.
say.
Yeah.
Look at my old channel, Papa.
Wow.
7,000, but I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I didn't see any
Oh,
pictures.
no, very good. So what kind of just verbalize the boat for us, Steve. What was it? An old 5 horsepower. Okay. Inboard. I assume that's inboard. Was it diesel? Help a brother out, man. Inquiring minds want to know. So anyway, I'm just about got everything ready to go. And
Steve, how much is that? That's a banca.
What in the world happened to
Upside
me?
down without the outriggers on it.
Hold on, something happened with mine. And I think I'm locked up, and then I can just see the corner of my head. So you went off, and then
Really?
it went to yeah, you went off, and then it went just to me on a straight live stream, and now you came back, but
Yeah.
now I'm not there. What in the
Okay, click
world?
your power off button and then power back on. And go back to
Power,
YouTube.
power
Yeah.
off button.
Power off, power on, go back to YouTube and back on your live again and say resume.
So end it.
Yeah, no, don't end. Just power off, power back on, go to YouTube again and resume.
Hold on. What do you mean power off, power on? Turn my phone off?
You got a power button on your phone.
I can't get to it using this gimbal.
Move your phone. Take it out of the gimbal.
Oh my god, ain't him up. Ain't him up. Bud. So you're telling
Wow.
me to restart my phone?
Yeah, restart your phone. Just power off, power on, then go back to YouTube, go back, click on live, and hit resume your live feed. Everybody's going to get blocked for a minute, and then it should come back. Sometimes it does that. It locks up. Hello? Can you guys still hear me? Everybody else? Hello? Okay. Thank you, Jen. We found you on YouTube. My daughter found you. I think she followed you already. Okay. Yeah. Is my video still working also? Steve says, I think I want a wider boat. It's like a single and I want a double. It's a small boat. It is a small boat, Steve. If you're not near the ocean, why would you even buy it? You know, if you have to go transit a ways to get to the ocean, then there's no need to own it. I read your comment, Steve. I don't know what happened to Doug now. He's lost. Let me send you guys. I'm going to go over to Messenger real quick.
Come on back, Mike. Oh, lost Mike. There. Is he coming back?
There you are. You're back.
Yeah,
That's what you got to do.
I had some housekeeping I had to do. Let's see.
Steve
said, half a
sometimes
kilometer
you get
from the
locked
ocean.
up.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, that's
my-
too far,
my-
Steve.
This I was like this. That's all you can
Yeah.
see in the corner of the screen.
Oh wow, I didn't see anything. It was blank. To us, it was black. So when you
Okay.
do that, when it does that, it freezes up. Power your phone off, power it on, go back to YouTube, go to live, say resume your feed, and now you're back in business. It only takes a
Yeah.
second to do. So now you know how. 12,000 pesos, Steve, is for that little dinky boat. That's like something we pay like 7,000 for with a 5 horsepower, and it's not an outboard. I'm sure it's an inboard motor, like a 5 horsepower diesel engine or a gasoline engine.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I was
sure it is.
asking. I was asking while you were out looking. I was asking if it was diesel, and
Yeah, I'm sure it may be gasoline. It's only a 5 horsepower. It's not worth buying. Not for 12,000. You can get those boats out all day long for 7,000, 5,000, like that. That's an old boat with an old motor. So yeah, that'd be too much money for it, like double the price. There's a port there, and I have a spot
thanks,
there.
Jen. Jen was. I didn't see it. She was telling me I didn't have it. Yeah, thank you. I had to restart my phone, Jen.
Yeah, she said just open your camera, but I don't think that's possible. I think it was already open. and it just need to be reset. Restart the phone. That
Yeah,
happens to James all the time on lives. He
it
does
was
the same thing I told you to
it
do.
was it
He's
was a
one that showed
YouTube
me.
thing. That's a YouTube thing. But I will say Jen knows a lot about it. So she knows about all the lives and doing all the stuff. So she might know what
Steve,
she's talking
an
about.
outboard motor is on the outside of the boat. An inboard motor is on the inside of the boat. Okay, so you have that most likely of a banca. It's an inside the boat motor. It's got a small little 5 horsepower motor there with a little adapter plate to connect it to the propeller shaft. It's probably running a little 6-inch or 8-inch propeller blade, and with a 1/2 inch stainless steel shaft going out. Uh, those boats they run here 5,000 to 7,000 all day long. That's a very
Hey,
tiny boat. Like a
Steve,
one guy boat.
just get you a long bamboo pole, Steve, or you'll be all right.
You know, that's true. If you could get you like a 20-foot bamboo Hawaiian, one piece, and Lenny get on the front end and you get on the back end, and you just hold it steady and paddle your hands, you guys could probably go as fast as that boat you want to buy.
Hey, you know, you're going to laugh about this too, and you may think
Show me a
think it's
picture.
funny.
Send me a picture of
But
the motor, Steve.
Hold on, Mike. You're gonna laugh at this, but you could probably with the boats over here, you could adapt one of those the electric kayak motors that they're selling, the torpedo motors, and you could run a solar system to keep that thing charged up. There you go. And those things, those little torpedo motors are pretty strong. Because I was looking at them in Thailand.
You're not going to push a wooden banca, a heavy
Well,
wooden boat. You're not going to
your
push that
boat,
little torpedo motor.
your boats are
Not very
huge,
fast.
but your boats are huge, but the small ones, because they're so narrow in the water,
Yeah.
I don't think it's not going to take as much as say like a skiff or something because I was building a skiff and you got to have some horsepower to move a skiff. But the real narrow
We were
with just the
we were
outriggers.
running today, Doug. We were just running above idle, just a little above idle. And we were doing like 12 kilometers per hour, 13 kilometers per hour, just a little above an idle.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But the little torpedo motors, you're going to be running like 1 or 2 kilometers per hour. Those little motors, they're just not going to be strong enough. It's like a little, buying a little, what do you call those? Trolling motors. You can put a trolling motor.
Then you
do like 1 or 2.
You didn't customize it properly then, Mike. You didn't work some of your Inspector Gadget magic on it. But no,
he says his motor's on the outside.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. Send me a picture on Messenger, Steve, and I'll bop over and take a quick peek at it. Because if you got a 5 horsepower and it's still running over there, like a 5 horsepower engine still running, that alone might be worth your 12,000 pesos. Because outboards cost a lot more than the little inboard motors. They're more expensive.
Yeah, an inboard, I would think, especially if you get a little diesel. Yeah.
You give me a 100 horse outboard motor right now, I put that on my bunker, I'll be flying. I'll be loving life.
I think the front end will be
100 horsepower outboard.
You put that on your front end will be out of the water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's out of the water now.
You're gonna have
I can get the whole front end up like this on my boat. But
I can't remember
100 horsepower will be flying.
You're gonna need a trim board on the back or something to keep that from flying.
Yeah.
You might do this. Woo! You're gonna
Nah, my boat's way too heavy for that. I got 15 sections of net in my boat. It ain't going woo on that sucker. Yeah. It's heavy in the front.
Well, I wasn't thinking about all the nets being in there. That you're right. The nets, it's not going to do that. But that's it. I didn't have a picture of the motor.
Yeah. It's a cute little boat. Yeah, it's an outboard. His is an outboard.
How long is it? 12 foot.
Oh, he says 55,000 on it. That one he's showing me says 55,000, and there's no motor on it. There's no outboard motor on it.
I'd have to see the picture. Send me the picture, Mike, if Steve doesn't mind. Of course, I won't be able to look at it till later. But well, we dropped. There's 4. Thanks. Public service announcement. Uh-oh, what happened? Thank you all that are here. Yeah,
Yeah,
you almost,
he
you
said
almost,
that's not the vote.
you almost kicked me to the corner again, Mike. I don't know what you're doing there, but it's kicking me, it's kicking me off
Really? No,
too.
it's just this.
Yeah,
No, when you go to Messenger, look at the picture, you're automatically taking yourself off the YouTube live, and then you just go back to YouTube, puts you right back on
I
every
know,
time.
but I know, but whatever you did that time, it put me back in the corner, and then 2 seconds or a second later, it came back to this. So I thought I was
Pop
going to have to
back up.
restart again.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because it put me live all by myself for what instead of a split
right,
screen. So
right.
let's see the difference.
Well, for 12,000, I mean, Steve, if it's not big enough for your needs, then don't buy it. It's simple. Don't waste the money on something you're not going to be happy with. If you want it to be double width, then the only way to get it double width is to have somebody totally rebuild it, make all new ribs for you, widen the ribs out so they're coming out instead of straight up and down like they are. They're almost straight up and down to the hull. You got to make the ribs wider, okay, to open it out, to make it double wide so you and Lenny can enjoy it. But no, you
Yeah.
might as well buy you a service boat. They can build a
Well,
service boat that looks like a motorboat, a
thanks,
rowboat
Jen.
from the US, and put your little motor like that on it. You might want to buy that just for the motor.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
18 foot. Oh, it's a good sized boat, 18-footer.
Yeah.
Um,
But the pump boat at 18 foot, it's not that big.
That needs
It's
lecturing
small.
me. Oh, okay, so this is not for Steve. He's done been told. So we can start. We
Yeah.
can change the
You're
subject
done.
now.
End the
So when's your?
conversation.
Yeah, we won't talk about that anymore. So when's your next party there? Your next karaoke party, Mike?
Maybe Saturday.
Yeah, I can't make that one. I probably won't make that one. When's going to be the one after that? 2 days later? That's for the
Soon.
guy in the back of my
I
land.
actually hadn't even thought about it. I don't even know what we're doing Saturday. I hadn't even thought about when we're going to have another karaoke party. But usually it's on the weekend. And
Oh, Steve.
the last
Yeah.
one was a birthday party. So we had 10 times the people here that normally are here. And we had ladies here that normally don't come here. Ever since our uncle has made amends, everybody that hangs out at his house came up to our party.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why there were so
Okay.
many ladies there. It was
Okay.
like double the amount of ladies that normally show up.
What about
So
what about our two wondering ladies? Are they still hanging about, or have they gotten married yet?
no,
I'm not
somebody asked
men-
me today
I'm not mentioning names.
about one of them. No,
Yeah,
I know. Somebody asked me today. I know who exactly you're talking about. Somebody asked me, so what about her? And I said, nope, I won't hook her up with anybody. I will
yeah,
not recommend either of those ladies to anybody I know ever again. Because
yeah,
you know what? They're into their own little thing. And I'm not
yeah.
going to have
Whatever.
some foreigner come and say, oh, wow, you're beautiful. You want to date
Yeah,
me? And they go, yes. And they got a boyfriend
yeah,
hidden over here in the corner. You
yeah.
know,
It's not
Screw
good.
that. It ain't going to happen.
So
Not with my
so
friends. It's not going to
yeah,
happen.
yeah. So listen,
Jen
Mike.
says, I'm
Jen is wait.
available.
Hold on. Let me do this. Jen likes my shirt. Okay. And she
Oh,
says that
yeah.
she has a summer dress just like that. And now she's letting everybody,
Mhm.
all you guys, there's only 7 people. She's available, guys. She says she's available. And if you want to know the real deal, you can call me and I'll, send me a personal message and we can talk and I'll vouch for her. And it's all good.
Okay.
She's a
We'll
nice
talk.
lady. And she has a nice family too. Has a nice family. Her
I'll be
mom,
talking to him, Jen.
I always liked her mom. So I mean, her mom still, she always says hi to me and everything like that. But I will say this, Michael, Jen, she kind of leans towards the Navy men. She likes the
Oh,
Navy guys, not so much the Army guys. So if you
I'm a
know
Navy
any
guy.
Navy guys, yeah, Jen, Mike's ex-Navy. That's why I'm kind of saying all that. But yeah, I
Jen,
mean,
I'm married. I'm happily married with 3 kids. Don't worry about me. I'm just joking around. I am happily married with 3 kids.
well,
Very happy
and
married.
I don't know how honest you
Adore
want to be,
girlfriend.
Jen. I'm not going to say anything. I'll let you tell your own story. But yeah.
Yeah. She can find me on
Yeah. All
Messenger.
right, Steve.
Come up, please. Somebody's ringing
Hold
my
on. I
bell
need
out
a
here.
drink. I need a drink of my special Philippine brew here. Tang.
Uh, Jen says, I'm just joking. No, my daughter's following you. I'll get your name from my daughter. Don't worry. I have lots and lots of friends, There's nothing about on a personal level like that. It's just friends. I have so many friends. What do you
Well,
need, Jen?
She has a lot of friends too. Ah, there
All
we
right.
go. Hello,
Oh,
Angela.
my friend, hello, Angela. She told us not to call her Angelita anymore.
I know, but I really like that name, Angelita Rosales.
It's a beautiful name.
It's so
I like
it's so
Angelita too.
Spanish.
She wants Angela, Angelas, Angel,
Yeah, yeah, I
Angelus.
think she might jump over the wall if I start calling her
I'll be right
Angelita.
back. I got Karsten sending me a message. He's in Cebu now from
Okay,
Denmark. I'll just jump right over real quick.
okay. So, Angela, how are you doing tonight? It's kind of what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. Everybody should be sleeping over in your house. You have a couple thousand followers. Well, that's very good. I think you have more than that, Jen. Yeah, I think you have more than that. But anyway, that's all good. So tomorrow, hopefully, I will get word back on a vehicle to come get my stuff. I hope. I don't know. I don't know if we will or not. Angela, don't forget to hit that like button. No one is lying down watching the two of you
Oh,
live.
goodness.
Should we dance? Should I dance? Do the peace sign?
Jen says I have a couple thousand followers. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, I read that. Yeah.
No, this guy
When,
Karsten, he just I don't know if he's watching live or not, but he just sent me a message on Messenger. It's just a bunch of loud music and talking about a couple thousand followers. So maybe he's online here.
maybe, maybe. I'm just sitting here in the bedroom because that's where the air conditioner is.
She
You know,
said you
trying
can
to stay
dance.
cool. I can dance.
Angela says, yeah, you can dance.
Yeah, I don't know that I can dance, but I can shake a lot of fat around. That's for sure. And then once it starts going, it takes a little while for it to calm
Keeps
down and
moving.
get back. It's like Jello.
I
And
think she was talking about you dancing, not me.
yeah, she's
Because
talking about me.
yeah.
Yeah, she's talking about me dancing. But I'm just gonna, yeah. Usually, if I start dancing, the Filipino women start getting jealous and getting upset, and because things are shaking and bouncing up and down. I'm just saying, hey, don't hate on me because mine are bigger than yours. I just, I can't control all that, and that's the way God
Jen
made
says
it.
she has a video of you when you're dancing. Jen has a
Oh,
video of you. Ha!
we, we, we're, we're gonna we're gonna have to block her. Where's my
No,
moderators
we're
at? We
not.
might have
No, we're
we're gonna have
not.
to
We're gonna
time
leave her
her
right
out.
in the room with you. Look at these love hearts she's
When was
throwing
that?
you.
When
Uh
was that?
huh.
When was that? At Christmas time? What? I hope I was fully clothed. This is
This is
what,
many
bro?
laughs. Look, she sent you 7 laughs this time. I know what they mean now. That's laughs.
Yeah, yeah.
Angela's rolling on the floor laughing so hard. That's her. That's rolling on the floor. Angela's doing. They're all laughing at
No,
you now.
no, that's Jen
She said.
laughing. Oh, in
She said, "This is
Thailand.
guapo,
All
personal.
right. I kind of like to
You're
keep my
guapo."
personal. Hey, girls, I kind of like to keep my personal life personal, if you know what I mean. You don't need to come on here and tell all my secrets. I don't really appreciate that, to be honest. But
Okay, we'll stop them.
yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah. But
If they say anything bad, I'll just block them for you. How many
then
minutes
they're
you
not.
want to block for?
They won't say anything bad, but it's just embarrassing.
Oh,
Some of the
oh,
stuff. But
I wouldn't. At
so
my age, I don't
in
get embarrassed. Stuff.
Thailand, when was I dancing
I
in
don't.
Thailand? No, but you're talking about an ex. You don't need an ex coming on and sharing all your. I just have
He
an
might have
issue with
seen you
that a little
dancing
bit.
in the bedroom for her.
No, I seriously doubt that. I was
Oh,
probably just being goofy. Just being
ah.
goofy. I know I wasn't drunk because I don't drink. So,
She said you're not a bad dancer.
oh my goodness. Hey,
You're a
hey.
sexy
Oh,
dancer.
what the heck happened? Whoa. Hold on. I just lost my. Hold on. Oh my. Never mind.
We're never serious, Angela. We're always joking around. He lost his feed again. That's funny. That's funnier than anything because he can't keep his camera going.
Sorry
He just
about
dropped
that.
his phone.
My gimbal died, but that battery don't last
Oh,
very long on that DJI.
really? You
You
have a
know, I'm
DJI?
realizing that the charge on that DJI gimbal doesn't last
Oh,
long,
shoot. You
and
just reminded me. I need to,
that's the
I'm
Osmo
probably gonna
Pro
lose my
7 or
battery.
whatever. Huh.
I had almost dead
So
bat on
those
the
of you that are,
ocean.
I can't hear you, Mike.
Oh, Jen says you're gonna block me here just fine. No, he's not gonna block you, Jen. He's just letting you know that he doesn't
I
want
can't hear
to.
you, buddy.
Hello, hello, hello.
Can't hear you, Mike.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh my goodness. See,
What's that? Better? Is that better?
I can't. Hold on. Let me go out and come back. No, don't want to do that. Hold on.
No, Jen, he's not gonna block you out of here. Just joking around. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Angela, can you hear me?
Okay.
I see your messages.
Okay, that's
I can hear
better.
you fine.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
was
hear me?
I can hear you now. Jen,
Oh,
you don't have to get into your you don't have to get in your feelings. I'm just saying, let's,
I think she left.
don't
I think she
don't
left.
have to share. I don't know. Don't have to share all my personal stuff. I mean, that gum. I don't talk about her personal life. I could have, but I don't. So,
You know, very,
that's the
very.
only issue. That's the only issue I
Are
have
they
on here with,
really? Are they really that thin skinned? They don't. They can't joke around.
I'm not going to comment because I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
No.
I don't want to
Okay.
share
Never
things
mind.
like that.
Yeah,
But
never mind. She's gone. Anyway, she's not going to be
yeah,
talking any more personal stuff anyway, because
yeah.
she's not
No,
here no more.
I knew who I know who she is, and she's a nice lady and everything. But
Right.
I don't need people coming on to a lot and sharing my past, my personal past. Let me do that
Yeah.
myself.
Exactly.
I don't need
Yeah.
a
Exactly.
ex-wife. It's like if my ex-wife came on here. Do I want my ex-wife coming on here and airing out my dirty laundry or anything? No. She didn't say anything wrong, but I don't know where she's going to go. It's
Did you
it,
invite her to your channel?
no, no.
She just came. She knows you're on.
Yeah,
She
she knows
found
I'm
you
on.
somehow.
Oh no,
Somehow
she
she
knows
found you.
she knows my YouTube channel and all that. And she knows
Uh,
she gets notifications. She's subscribed.
okay.
So she
Okay.
knows when I'm going live and there. And I don't mind.
Well,
I don't mind anybody coming on. Just be a little bit of be respectful, to honor
how many
people's
subscribers did you have today,
privacy.
Doug? How many
91.
subscribers? Okay. How many do you think you have now?
91, maybe
Well, she
90.
didn't leave. That's what my point. Did she leave? Did she
I don't know.
unsubscribe?
No, she jokes around sometimes. She gets like that, and
Yeah,
then she'll come back. I'll be honest. I was
she'll
shocked to
be
see
back.
her in the comments there. I was really
Okay.
surprised at that.
Yeah.
But
Well, she might have been
wait till the
looking for
other
somebody to come look at her channel too.
wait till
You
the
know.
other one shows up. The other one shows up, then it's just I'm
Well,
I come on here
they're
and
still in love
everything,
with
but
you then. Are you
but
saying they're still in love with you?
still a private I don't know what to think. I'm a pretty private person when it comes to that kind of stuff. And
Right.
so yeah, it kind of and if somebody is hounding me all the time, I kind of I want to get away from that, and if somebody's telling me I'm going to just show up at your house and I'm like, no, you're not, you know, and yes, I am.
Wow.
No, so then I was like, okay, it's time to move. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Wow.
I had a little bit of
Stalker.
dirty talking about airing out dirty laundry. I had two women in Thailand fighting about me at the front gate of my house in a subdivision that's very quiet subdivision. And I had two Thai ladies screaming and duking it out at my gate. to the point where I had to go out and say, look, you both need to leave now, or I'm calling the
Oh,
police. Because I tried to
you're a pretty
stop it.
crazy guy, huh? You're a pretty
No, it's
wild
not that.
man.
It's just, no, you know what it is? I spoil people too much, I think. And,
Uh,
but then when something occurs that where there's a breakup involved, you know, usually either both parties are upset or one party is more upset than the other one, or both of you are happy. And in my case, it's usually one party's is upset, and it's not usually me. You know
right.
what I mean? But no, back to Jen. Jen's a very nice lady. Okay, she's a very
Yeah.
nice lady, and she still cares about me. And that's
Okay. We don't have
but
to
I
go there.
also but I also know that she likes Navy men. So, and I'm not a Navy man.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Okay. You're an
but
army guy.
yeah, she'll be back. She'll be back.
Yeah. Anyway,
So
that's good.
let's
It's
change the
good not
subject.
to lose friendships through the years,
I've
because you
kept
never know.
I've kept her as a friend. I haven't blocked
Yeah.
her or anything. I've
That's
kept her
good.
as a friend,
That's
and
wonderful.
but
That's
she's
very
helped me out.
generous.
She has helped me out a lot. She helped me get rid of my motorbike and get rid of the Jeep and things like that. So she
Oh,
has helped me out, and she will always help me out if I ask. So same with Angela. Angela will always help me out. Um,
yeah.
I think, right, Angela, you'll still help me out. And but Angela's a wonderful lady too.
Angela might have hung up on you too.
Yeah,
I just
well,
see
and
her
I
commenting a bit.
yeah, and see, I
Oh,
worry
you
about,
got
you
six
get
people back in the room.
that's
I think she's back. She's back. You got six
yeah,
people in the room now. I think
yeah,
they're
and
back.
that's hold on, so I had to fix my chats, and that's part of that's part of the issue too. You have people come in that know you personally and have a personal interest in you. Then you end up having a fight on the chat, and they're saying stuff, hurtful things to hurt the other person to get back at the other person, dig at them, and I don't need
Yeah.
that.
That's
Nobody
not
needs
good.
that. No, so anyway, I'm not seeing
No.
any new. Go ahead and talk to us, people. You got a question about the Philippines or Thailand or how to do a solar system or how to catch fish and how many different types did you catch today, Mike? I think you said, but I don't remember. I know you
That
caught the
was
tri.
about, I think we got like 5 or 6 different species. But the
Okay,
majority of what we caught was gumaa, which is what we're targeting to
yeah,
sell. So we did really good tonight. Same ones we caught last night. We got 21 kilos last night to sell. And then two
wow,
nights ago before that, we had 26 kilos.
nice,
So the fishing's been good. I got a standing thing going with my boats is that, in fact, my other boat, the MJ boat, we saw him. I got him on the video. I saw him leaving the port ahead of us as we were coming from our village towards his village. We saw him leaving to go fishing, and he went straight out there where we were going. He just went a little farther, maybe maybe a half kilometer farther than we went. So I'm going
yeah,
to know tomorrow. We got 9.5 kilos. We actually got about 11 kilos of guma, but I'm going to know tomorrow how many he caught and sold by whether or not it was better at the distance he was at or the distance we were at, because we were closer to the coral
yeah.
reef. So
And
we'll know tomorrow.
Angela says missing commenters, but I'm on the live chat. Her comments were the last ones. Are you seeing any other ones, Mike? I'm not. I'm
Uh,
only seeing Angela.
no, I saw Yari. She said Yari. Angela said that.
Yeah.
Uh,
But thanks for
but
joining us, Angela.
Jen basically said, "You're going to block me here just fine. Don't
Yeah, I
worry, I'll
saw
do
that.
it for you." That was as she
Yeah.
was leaving.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's up to
that was
her.
it. But I don't think I
I
missed any more commenters. And I'm in the
I
all messages now myself. I'm not in the. Okay,
There's
Steve
Steve's
is back
back.
now.
There we go.
Yeah,
You missed the
Steve, the
drama, Steve.
that boat you referred to just now, you sent me. That belongs to Michael DeGroot in Cebu, and he was going to sell it. His price was 300,000, I think. That boat was like 300,000 or 350,000. That belonged to him, but he decided what happened. I guess his brother decided he would invest in half the boat. So Michael the Group made a deal with his brother to get half the money from his brother in Australia so he could keep the boat. and not have to get rid of it. And now his brother's a half investor in the boat, and he does fishing too. So now his brother will get half his money. So that's what he decided. That's a nice boat. That's the same size as my Queen Charm boat, my big boat. It's about my big boat's the same as his, I believe, same size as that. I got 3 boats, but that's a little bit big for you and Lenny. That you need at least a 2-man crew for, because you're not going to be a crewer on that one. So you need, on any of the boats I operate or mine, you need at least 2 men to work for you, to go fishing for you, or to drive you island hopping. You don't want to be the one to try to crank the engine and all of that. You want to let somebody else do that for you. So
For
that's the way you
sale for
operate with these boats.
120,000. Yeah, and Mike, here's the thing too. If somebody's going to come over or or even living over here, unless you've grown up on the fishing grounds and you know where the fish are at, when they're going to be where they're at, where they school up, you're kind of spinning your wheels anyway. You have the luxury of you have a family that they've grown up as fishermen and they know where to go on what day, what time of day, where the fish are going to be at a certain day. They know the fishing grounds. If you're coming in cold from the US or another country and you think you're going to come over here and buy a fishing boat and just go out there and have at it and be successful, you might get lucky, but it's not going to be the same
Just
as if you
follow
have
people.
you need a Filipino crew that has grown up fishing the grounds. They know where to go, when to be there, and for other reasons too, knowing how to avoid people that you don't want to run into and don't want to have problems with too while you're out there. That would be
Yeah.
well, I wouldn't try to do it on my own, let alone the fact I get seasick, but I would
I
never
wouldn't do it
try to
on my
go out.
own.
I'll fish
But
with
you
a
know what I
rod,
would do?
no
If
problem.
I could learn how to fish, if somebody would teach me how to fish, okay, I know how, but I'm saying if somebody were to teach a new guy how to fish, I would follow the other boats out. That's exactly what I would do. If a new guy wants to learn how to fish,
Well,
take your crew, follow the other boats that already know the fishing grounds, and talk to as many people as you can and learn what to look for when you're in the ocean for
mhm,
finding the fish. And I would have a fish finder on my boat. I have.
yeah,
Every boat I own has a fish
yeah.
finder. Okay.
I
So
see.
we know the
Yes.
depth of the water. We use navionics and all kinds of stuff, gadgets for that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Scuba Steve says when he comes to see Mike, it will be my first time on a fishing boat. So when are you coming over there,
Okay.
Steve?
Yeah. You'll have a
I
good
might
time too.
I might come over at the same time.
Yeah. We'll have to take
Yeah,
my big boat
I,
out.
yeah, I plan on coming over there to see Mike. So yeah, I don't know when yet, but
Nice.
I'll be over there before the end of the year, Lord willing. So
Yeah. Sergeant USA says happy to some of the grouper and snapper off by your hands once I am over there. You're going to buy the grouper and snapper off my hands once you're
yeah,
here. Okay, happy to buy some of them. Take some, yeah. The mostly we don't really target those.
any grouper. I
Those
haven't seen any
just
grouper
happen,
on your boat. I've
Happy
never
New
seen
Year's.
grouper on your boat, Mike. Would you
No,
guys get?
no, we
Yeah,
don't.
I've never seen
We
grouper.
don't target them. The only time you're going to get those if you're line fishing using Pusit for bait. You're running a hand line. You're hand line fishing. That's when you're going to get that. And we haven't done that so much. Or you can do long line fishing, which we don't like to
Okay.
do. We like doing net fishing.
Didn't I send you a picture of my crappie rod, my 20-foot pole?
Yeah, you did.
I, yeah, I keep that in my golf bag. That's a collapsible pole, 20 foot. I brought it here from the US in my golf bag. Okay.
Nice.
I brought it to Thailand. And I used to
I've
catch
got a
mullet.
lot of rod and reels.
Yeah, well, I've got reels too, and I've had to buy some new reels because I gave away quite a few to young people and stuff. Matter of fact, I
Okay.
gave one a fishing rod and reel to one of Jen's sons. She has 3 sons, and but
Okay.
anyway, yeah, I brought that. I love that collapsible pole. You put the 30-pound test line on the end of that, and whenever you get a fish on it, it bends that rod all the way over. Now it's so old, it might break now because it's so old, but it bends that over and it starts whining. Yeah, I was catching
Nice.
mullet, pretty good sized mullet, and they were bending that rod
Nice.
over, and it's hilarious. I would love to take it out. I've never used it for salt water, but I can't imagine it'd probably get broken if I got a good fish on there. But But it's so long, man. 20 foot rod is long. And I had some surf rods that are pretty long too. I had one that was what, 4 sections, and because I'll fish right from the beach. And a lot of people, you won't catch. And I used to think, you won't catch nothing. But there in Thailand, every evening, I went out there and I caught at least one fish. And one
Nice.
time I caught a puffer fish one, and then I kept catching these catfish. I lived there in Prachuap, Kirikan. I kept catching these saltwater catfish. I didn't even know there was such a thing. But
Huh.
the
Nice.
Thai people, I don't eat
That's
fish.
good.
I would try to give them away, but the Thai people didn't want to have anything to do with them. So I thought, okay, well maybe they're not edible, or maybe don't eat those. But then I saw an article in the newspaper in Hua Hin where after a storm, people went fishing off the beach here, and this guy he caught a bigger one than what I caught, and he was taking it home. So I don't know,
Yeah.
you know, it might have
Steve says
just
he's
been
going to plan to come after New Year's. He's going to come over after New Year's.
okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
hey,
We go fishing right now. We've been almost every day. New Year's is summertime, so the
hey,
fishing should be good.
Mike, I bet, I'm just guessing that being at your house over New Year's is something to behold. I'm just
It's
guessing
fun.
because I know what it was like here. Now it was fun in my
There's no
house last
fireworks
year.
though. There's not much
Well,
fireworks here.
I had a ton of fireworks here at my
You
house
know what we
last
do
year.
here? You know what we do
I,
here?
I
Everybody
went and
gets their
bought them.
motorcycles.
Yeah, it
They
drives
take
me
the
crazy.
motorcycle, they go to the plaza.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. That's all they
See,
do. Honk their horn and wing their
I went
motorcycle.
I went out there to my street and I said, "You are lucky I don't have my Harley over here because those little weed whackers that you're running, they couldn't hold a candle when I full throttle on my Harley. That because I had short pipes, and
Yeah.
uh,
I took
man,
my
it drives me
400 out
crazy.
there this year at New Year's. I took my 400 out there and rev it a few times for them. It makes a little bit more noise than theirs, but
Yeah,
it's not for me. It's something I don't really want to get
yeah.
into. Not something I
The
really
little
enjoy.
punks across the street from me, they pull their mufflers off and run their little weed whacker. I call them rice
Uh,
rockets is what I call
yeah,
them. No rice
yeah, the
burners,
kids do that
weed
here
whacker
too.
motors, and beer can exhaust and me me me. But yeah, whatever. You know,
Yeah,
that's how they make their noise. But I did something last year. I won't ever. You know, you can buy fireworks outside of town here in San Juan.
right,
There's a field. The vendors are all there, and you walk in there, and they're all
right.
yelling at you like when you go to Mall of Asia or whatever in the electronics section. They're all out there front. Yeah, man, sir, yelling. It
Yeah,
drives me crazy. And but I bought some. I spent some money last year on some fireworks. But what I did was I bought the homemade ones that they're the little triangles with the paper. I forget what they call them. They have a name for them. And I tell you what, I lit those off in front of the gate of my house. I won't be doing that again. Those things were so loud. I thought I was going to blow the gate off the hinges. It was
and
crazy. And a heck of a mess. What a mess to clean up. I was just like, I won't buy those anymore. You know.
you got to
And
buy
then I
those. Bring them over here to the plaza. You light them off in the
yeah.
plaza here. Drive the kids
Well,
crazy. That'd be
I
fun.
had about I had about 500 bottle rockets, and we were having fun putting those off because they were pretty big ones, and they were going up pretty far before they would pop. And I didn't buy any
Yeah.
of the mortars. I wanted to, but I just because
We used to
they were
do
getting
bottle
a
rocket
little
fights in
pricey.
Louisiana when I was a kid. In Louisiana, in La Place, Louisiana, we used to do bottle rocket fights between us and the neighbors across the street. And one of them shot a bottle rocket, got really close to my brother's back pocket where he kept all
Yeah.
his bottle rockets, and it
Oh
lit him
my
off
goodness.
and blew the whole
Yeah.
pocket off his damn pants. It burned his ass.
Oh my goodness.
I still remember that.
Yeah.
My brother David, boy, it burnt the hell out of his ass.
Yeah. Hey, Angela says, come back all to the live chat to be happy. Smile. Colonel, I'm trying to teach her that there's no S on Colonel. And Kuya Mike. So, and then what is
Colonel,
it,
you
Cody?
have an S on Colonel. Colonel's
Well,
Chronicles.
yeah, but it's supposed to be
Yeah,
apostrophe S because it's the Colonel's Chronicles.
right,
So
right.
I'm trying to teach Angela that that's only there because it's, you know, but it would normally be
But
just the Colonel, but it's the
my
Colonel's
question to you
Chronicles.
is, how many Filipinos know what the word chronicles means?
Probably none, but hey, they need to come ask and we'll teach them. All they gotta
There
do
you
is
go.
all they gotta do is that's why I explained it today in the video I put out today. At the end, I said I'm
Ah,
chronicling my life and time to feel, I explained it a little bit.
ah.
But yeah, Scuba Steve saw the picture. I put up a little video. He saw my
I haven't even
softail. I don't
I
think
haven't
you can
even
see
been
the
to the videos of people. I've been so
can you see
busy.
the pipe?
I haven't had a
I don't
chance to watch
remember,
YouTube.
Steve. Can you see the pipes on that in that one, Steve? I can't remember. I had Vance and Hines on there. The short, they were man, those things were loud. They were. I think they were Vance and Hines on there. I can't remember.
You
It's
know,
been
I
so long
I
now.
was so busy today. I got up this morning. First thing they want to do, they want to run to town because Balud is paying money for the damages to your home. Okay.
Yeah,
So my wife had submitted the pictures of my chicken house being destroyed by the big log and other things that got damaged on the property. And I took her to town. I'm not sure how much she got. She told me they were paying 5,000, but when I was there, somebody told me she got 10,000. So
nice,
I don't,
nice.
I don't know. I
Hey,
don't care. It's,
but every little bit helps. And the way I look at that is, it's money you didn't have before. You know, so you
it's
may
money
not
I
need
still
it.
don't have.
But
My wife has it.
I was going to go there now. I don't. I'm not trying to get myself in trouble. You know. So,
Look at all the hearts flying. You see all the hearts coming up off the page?
yeah,
Because they
that's
all know
Angela.
it's the truth. They know
That's
it's the
Angela.
truth. Yeah, they know it's the truth. See? That's how
That's
women are.
funny.
You go to town, they get a bunch of money coming into you, and it's not your money. It's her money.
Yeah. Scuba Steve says,
Yeah.
I had a super trap. Yeah, super trap on my Honda Hurricane because I didn't want to spend much and
And
reject my
reject my
carb.
carbs.
Oh, reject. I'm sorry. He meant reject. Reject is carbs. I
Yeah,
put reject.
reject.
He
Yeah.
wrote reject, so I read reject. But yeah, reject the carb.
Steve
Yeah.
wrote that. He wanted to reject
Yeah.
his carbs.
Yeah. Now,
Funny.
oh,
MJ Knight.
That's Jen. Jen's
M,
back, it looks like. That might be
no,
Jen.
this is MJ Knox is where you live, Mike. I
She
live
has several,
on Masbate Island.
she has several accounts, Mike. I think that's another one of her accounts.
Okay. I don't know.
Or
Anyway,
or
I live
that
on
might be a
Masbate
family.
Island. It's
Hold
just,
on. That might be a family member. But
I don't know.
but
Anyway, I'm glad
she's
they're
likely
in
to come back.
here.
Yeah, me too.
Guys, if you're in here, that means you enjoy our chat. And if you do,
Yeah.
go over to my channel and
Steve.
subscribe to my channel as well. Because
It's
sometimes the
all
Colonel comes on my channel for live feeds also. So there's
which is
Jen. She's
star.
back.
Yeah, which is, I
Jen's
told you.
here. This is this one. MJ
Yeah.
Knock. I live on
Is that
Masbate Island in the Philippines too.
is
So
that Jen, is that your other channel? The MJ the Chan, because I see the NAHC, which is Chan spelled backwards, which is yeah. But anyway, I don't want to give up too much
she's here.
information. But
She's here.
yeah, Steve, I really didn't catch the misspelling the first time. I caught it afterwards. But I think that Mike actually caught it before I did on the rejetting. But I had a Yamaha, or
Chan.
actually, it was called
MJ Chan.
Star Motorcycles. Chan. Okay, Chan. Welcome. And
Micah. Maybe she's in
yeah,
the other room.
subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit the like button. That'll help us out. And but I
Yeah,
had a
please like
Star
and subscribe, folks.
Motorcycles. I had a Star Motorcycles, which is Yamaha, but in the U.S. they introduced Star Motorcycles, and I had the Roadliner, which I called that the Cadillac. It's 1900. It's actually 1864 cc's, but they call it a 1900. It was a beast, a huge bike, huge bike, and I put 3-inch straights on it all the way to the back tire. That
Ah,
was a nice, and I had a Power Commander 3 on it, and had it on the dyno, had them adjusting everything. That was a nice bike. I called that my Cadillac. And when I got rid of that, I traded that and I got the Star Motorcycles Raider, which is the same motor, but it's a pro street look, so it's stretched out like a chopper almost. And but it's
wow.
pro street look. If you know what pro street is, pro street setup,
Yeah.
like the Harley Davidson Breakout, which came out after the Raider did, and I believe Harley came out with the Breakout to market, to pull the people away from Yamaha that were buying the Raider. same size, same
Okay.
size motor, but they changed up the gearing on it, and I I, I won't even tell you how fast I had that thing up to. That thing was oh my unbelievably fast, and I didn't put the power commander on it. I wanted to, and if I did, it would have been even faster than what it was. But what a nice bike, and yeah, we're gonna have my battery's dying. I wasn't planning on this tonight, Mike. So we might have to cut this a little short.
Well,
And
MJ says yes, Chan. Murray, Jen, Chan. You had it right. It was her.
I
That's
know,
her other channel.
I know,
And
we're not stupid.
Angela
I knew
says,
who it was.
welcome back. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, let's do this. Let's kill the live feed for tonight. I have to go. I got to get up at 4 a.m. because we brought back a truckload of groceries. I got
Yeah.
10 cases of mule there. I got groceries for my mother-in-law. We've got
I saw,
44 sacks of cement and
I
50,
saw all the mules.
55 sticks of steel bar to pick up. All by
Wow.
boat tomorrow.
Wow. I saw the mule.
Yeah.
That's because of the bridge being out?
Yeah.
You don't? Okay. That sucks.
So now we've got to take the net off the boat we were on tonight, the Michaela
Okay,
boat. We're
hold
going
on,
to
Mike.
drive it to San Antonio.
Hold on a second. I want a video or a live stream. I want to see them carry over your bamboo bridge there. I want to see them carrying sacks of concrete. I just want a video
They
of
don't.
that.
They don't. No, what is going to happen is my garage is 100 meters to the beach.
I know
I
they
know you
don't.
want to see if the bamboo sinks. You want to see
yeah,
if the bamboo goes down. Huh?
Yeah, I just want to
It'll
see it
go
go
up.
down.
It'll stay. It'll stay
What the-
okay. 40 kilos only. It's only 40 kilos per sack. That's like two people standing together. It's going to go right across.
okay.
You're going to walk right across. It's going to go down. There's only one that's going to go down. The first one is going to go down because it's under the second one,
Yeah.
right? So, and it's right on the shoreline. So that one goes down.
Yeah.
It's tied to the second one, but it still goes down. You get your feet wet every time you go on there.
I just thought it would be fun. I didn't know if they could sustain that amount of weight.
Yeah.
But I got
It
because
can.
if I was carrying
Well,
it,
we don't
maybe it
do
would because I'm over 100 kilos, so myself.
Yeah, we wouldn't do it because motorcycles and heavy weights are not allowed. Only people walking. That's their
Yeah.
rule. So what we do is now we got to take my boat
Oh.
tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. is high
Yeah.
tide. So we got to do 3 trips minimum tomorrow
Yeah.
before the tide goes out. Okay. So that's why we're going to get up at 4 a.m. We're going to be on the boat by 4:30 to 5, be over in San Antonio before 5:15. And we are going to start loading concrete or cement. I'm going to be the one driving my truck, and I'm going to just have the guy in the truck, 20 sacks, throw in the truck. We drive it over, put it on the boat, come back, get 20 more. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be busy driving, but I'm not going to handle the cement. Let them do it.
You know what they could do too? I don't think they would ever do it over here. But I'm from West Virginia, the coal mines and stuff. But if they ran a steel cable from one side to the other and they put a cable car up on there, you could put concrete if it, you got to have the big gauge, heavy gauge, and have it, something to be able to secure it to.
Well,
but you ever think of it, run a car across back and forth, 2 wheels up
they
there.
do that in some mountain places here in the Philippines. They do that when they're doing vegetables on the mountains. They do that. But here, what they're going to do is they're going to build a cable bridge.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
And I don't know if that's going to sustain my chariot driving across it, but what the deal's going to be.
Why don't they just do a permanent
It's just going to suck.
Why don't they just do a permanent bridge?
They have the budget for it.
Lane. Even if it's one lane.
No, they have a budget for a complete 2-lane bridge across the whole
Gondola.
waterway. It's already budgeted from the federal government.
Yeah.
Okay. It's already budgeted to put a bridge there. And the road is supposed to go from there. It's going to go all the way around the whole island. It's for tourism.
Yeah. Steve
it's
says
already
gondola.
been budgeted, but they won't do it. They're
Use
clowns.
a gondola.
You know what they told me on my road behind my house? You know what they told my wife? Oh, ma'am, we don't have any more dirt, so we can't fill in the river with dirt. I said, you left a pile of dirt. You got like 5 dump truck loads on my property. Come get it.
Yeah.
Put it in the river.
Yeah.
They won't. They say, their excuse. Oh, we don't have any more dirt. Well,
You know
bring
what
in
the-
some freaking dump trucks of dirt. They got
You know what the-
quarries
you know-
here. full
You
of
know
them.
what they're waiting for? You know what they're waiting for, Mike? They're waiting for you to pony up and say, "Hey, I'll build the
No.
bridge for you." That's what they're waiting
No,
for.
they're waiting
I'll
for
take care of it.
summertime. They don't want to look the fool again. Okay. If they put the dirt in now, it's going to wash out again. The next typhoon we have, 2 days
Yeah.
of rain, poop, gone again. And they look
True.
like freaking idiots.
Yeah.
And so they don't want to look like that. So they just said, oh, we cannot fix it. We don't have the dirt to fix it.
Yeah.
Wrong. I got plenty of dirt. You dumped it on my land. Come and get it. But they
Yeah.
won't do it.
Mm.
But yeah, the gondola would be nice, but they won't do that either.
Yeah.
They're going to build a cable towers and put a walking bridge across for the folks to walk across. How the
Yeah.
hell am I going to get my chariot up on that? I don't know. If
Yeah.
we're never, what's going to be at water level? I don't know
Yeah,
what the hell
hey.
they're going to do.
Hey, Mike, did you ever get that information about Judas? What you and I talked about the roof.
We already
Did,
know what it's
Sean
going to
ever get
cost.
that? What's that?
I don't. I think I could ask Charmer. She already ordered it.
We'll
Give me a
talk.
second.
We
Hold
can
on.
talk about it later. No, it's all right. We can talk about it later. Private message.
Okay, well, we're going to finish the live
Yeah.
feed. I'll just give you an answer right now.
Yeah.
She's still awake.
Okay.
Because she just ordered materials today again. Hold on just a second. You continue talking.
Okay. Scuba Steve says build a dam. I don't think they want to do that, Steve, because then you got people getting upset about not having access to the water. And I don't know if they fish in there or not. It might affect that. Yeah, I don't know. And then if you dam that up, you got to have somewhere for the water to go to when it backs up. And from the pictures that Mike
Yeah,
showed
Doug, it's
me,
already
I don't
done.
think- Oh, it's done already.
It'll be here
But-
tomorrow. It'll be here
Okay.
tomorrow.
All
the
right. Well, just
material.
let me know. Let me
Yeah, I'll
know.
let you know.
Okay.
I'm not going. I'm going the cheapest I can go. And the reason for
no,
that is
I'm just
because
saying
her brother wants to keep it.
Yeah, I'm just
So,
saying I didn't.
Why am I
I didn't
fixing his house?
Okay, I didn't forget about it. I was just
Yeah.
I didn't
No,
want you
no
to think I'd
problem.
forgotten
No.
about that. What I said.
No. I know.
Just let me know. Let me know.
Anyway, let's go ahead and go to bed. I got to get up very early, but I'm happy I could go chat with you tonight. Thanks for
Yeah.
inviting me to your live feed.
You're
Really
welcome.
appreciate it.
I thought it was. You caught me off guard. I thought it was going to be the other way around, and I'm like, I was waiting on you.
No.
You were waiting on me.
I got to get you. We got to get you up to 500. I'm already over
I'm
500.
I'm okay.
I want to get you
It's
over
all good.
500. So let's just work on it. I got some ideas that I think will work, and I think you talked to Ray, and I think that you and I going on early in the morning, like 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning, we get more of the U.S. viewers in.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
we're discussing the
Yeah.
Philippines. I know we're going to stomp on Gino's toes, but
Well,
I'm not
Ray
worried
was on-
about whose toes we're stomping on. We're not hurting nobody. He has his
Well,
viewers already.
Yeah,
They
Gino's
get
doing
12,000,
great.
15,000 people.
Well,
You
and
got
Gino-
90.
Gino.
They're not going to begrudge you a few followers, okay?
Yeah, I'm Doug, but Gino supports me, so I have no issues, and I've talked to him. He's
I know
great.
And he'll be happy to support you. Why?
Now, but I don't know.
I'm going live, Gino.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw. He was on with Ray today, doing what we're doing.
Really?
Gino and Ray.
I didn't.
Yeah, Ray had
Yeah.
Gino come on his
Nice.
channel. Yeah, it was nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was
You
nice.
can do. You can do it with Gino. Why don't you go live with Gino in the
Well,
morning?
Yeah, I've been so busy. I have to take the time to communicate that and set that up. And
I would email
I've
him.
got-
I would send a messenger and say, Gino,
Listen,
can we go live? Can I be live on your channel tomorrow?
I have too
And he'll
much
say,
going
sure,
on.
Doug. He'll
I
be
got
just
too much
like me. He'd be glad to have you.
I have too much going on right now, and
No, you just don't wake up early. Tell the truth. You don't like to wake up early in the morning. You
actually, I
sleep
wake
in
up.
every morning.
No, I lay in bed every morning, but I don't sleep in. I'm usually awake by 4 or 5, depending how
I'm
late I
joking.
stay
You
up.
know that.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
but seriously, I get 6 hours. That's about it.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys
Scuba
have a
Steve says, why
four-way?
don't you guys
That
have a
doesn't-
4-way?
That doesn't sound right, Steve, to begin with, but I don't know that that's possible. Can you have 4 people on
No.
there? Yeah.
If you do, there's
Well,
one thing called something stream.
They act like you can. Well, yeah, if you have StreamYard, you can have a lot
StreamYard.
of you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do multiple
Yeah.
people on StreamYard because I've seen
And then
it.
I guess you record it and then post it to YouTube. Record your
No,
StreamYard.
I think I've seen. I may be mistaken on this, but I thought I've seen some a while back where they were doing it and they were having call in. People can call in, so they're doing it. Well,
Oh,
maybe they are recording it, even that part, and then
Steve is
post it. I
saying
don't know.
Zoom. Steve is saying you
Oh,
could do it on Zoom, but can you do it on Zoom and YouTube at the same time, Steve? Because both Doug and I are new to all this stuff. We're not YouTubers. We're just people.
oh,
We're just
yeah, I've
average,
only zoomed.
normal guys.
Yeah,
We're not
I've only
vloggers.
Zoom called. I Zoom called one time. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, back in the day, back when computers weren't what they are today, I was like a computer whiz, and in the army, I had a computer, and I did all kinds of stuff. I thought I was, hot stuff on a computer, but now, man, I don't even have a computer set up in my house, and I haven't had one set up in my house for years. My computer is my cell phone.
Yeah.
And I used to set up the computer just to do my taxes each year. But you know what? With TurboTax, I can do it right on my phone now. I don't even have to do it on a computer.
Nice.
I can do it right on the cell phone. It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
do
have
my
to show me
taxes.
that because I might do TurboTax. Now that I'm starting to earn money on YouTube, they're
I've
gonna
always
pay
done
me. I'm
Turbo.
gonna have a W-9 from them, right? I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
W-9 from YouTube. So, and they're taking 24% taxes. I
Yeah.
have I have myself and my three children are all U.S. citizens. So it's me with three children in a poverty level. I'm gonna get my
Well,
money back and some. I'll take their
well,
money if they want me to file taxes. I've
yeah,
never
Lisa,
filed taxes since I left the U.S.
yeah, and I just thought of something. If I ever were to get monetized and whatnot, I got to be careful. I can only make a certain amount of money or I lose my retirement. If I
Yeah,
make over a certain
yeah,
amount, I lose my retirement.
yeah.
So
Gotta
I
be
need to
careful.
really, yeah.
Well,
So
get married and put it in your wife's name.
yeah, make it her channel.
That would be a her challenge. You'd make a little money on that,
Yeah,
even though you're the one
because
doing the work.
here's a little
Okay.
tidbit for foreigners before we get off here. I'm down to 11% on my battery.
Okay.
If you do get married to a foreigner, you're an American, and
Yeah.
you want to file married jointly, you can do that. You have to apply for a ITIN for them, and you can get
Right.
a tax identification number for your
Yeah.
foreign wife. And because
Yeah.
I did this in Thailand, but you need to read the small print. And what you need to know, and this is very important, you can only do it once in a lifetime. So if you're like me and you're not with that spouse anymore, and say you get another foreign spouse, guess what? You can't get them a
It's
tax
good.
identification number. You can only do
Right.
it for one foreign wife once in your lifetime, unless they've
Well, I
changed
should do
it.
it for my wife then. Because my wife and I don't go
Yeah,
anywhere. And I haven't
yeah,
done it for her. And I have not filed
it's
taxes since
easy.
2011, Doug. I don't file
Yeah,
taxes because I
yeah.
live in the poverty level.
I
I
don't
have
know
no
how you
money.
get away with that, but you know,
You can get away with it
yeah,
too. Don't
I've
file.
had other.
What's the IRS going to do? Come after you? You're in the Philippines now.
Yeah,
They can't do
no,
that
you
to
know what?
you.
Yes, they can. They can
Oh,
garnish my pension. You got to remember, I'm a
oh,
federal employee, ex-federal employee.
yes. But
So,
no, but you don't make enough money on your retirement to qualify to even file taxes. You got to make a
uh,
certain income. If you
I
don't make
do,
that
Mike.
income,
I do,
oh
Mike.
well, I don't.
Yeah,
I
we're
may
not
now.
talking about.
I may
We're not.
now.
We're not giving out personal finance info, but I
Yeah,
make.
not
You got to
necessary.
remember, I was a little higher level than some people, so
Yeah.
you know. I mean,
Well,
I don't make a lot. I don't make a lot, but I make it. I'm not to the point where I wish I was to the point where I didn't
you
have
have
to
to
pay.
file taxes.
Yeah, I got to pay
Well,
taxes. Yeah.
with YouTube, you're going to have to pay taxes too because you're going to become so popular. You're going to be like 20,000 a month income. You got to start watching what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay. That's
If
all
I
there's
do
to it.
that, then I lose my pension. But if you're making that kind of money, you don't need that pension. But for me, YouTube is a temporal thing, I think, and just there's no guarantees. So,
Right.
like the real popular guy Mike down there in Dumagetti, I know some. I was watching his one video, and he's like, some months he's got really good months, other months you make nothing.
Talking
And
about Canadian Beaver, Mike.
no, Mike down in
Oh, another
Dumagetti.
Mike. Okay,
Yeah,
I don't know him. I haven't
yeah.
met him yet.
If I sent you his channel, you would know him.
You
So
know who I met the other day? Who I talked
I
to
think
for
it's
a
Mike in the
while.
Philippines. I think his channel's
I
Mike in the
talked.
Philippines.
I
I'll
talked
send
to
it
the
to you.
guy that does the surviving The survival show, the guy who does the what do you call that? Prepper. He's a prepper here.
Okay.
And he called me. We talked on Messenger for like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw him on your channel. The one thing.
yeah.
Hold on here.
I was
Three-way
thinking
or
about
four.
inviting him to do a live with
Scuba
me.
Steve, come on, man.
If you have a bank account, then they will find it and collect it. I do have a U.S. dollar
Yeah.
account here, and I have a U.S. dollar account in the U.S. My Navy Federal Credit Union account. They can
See,
see no
well,
money in my account. They
and
can
here's
see
the
that.
thing too. A lot of people may not know this, and doesn't mean that the countries will do it, but foreign countries are obligated or told they're supposed to report on Americans to the U.S. And it's just like
Okay.
the F bar. If you have over $10,000 at any time aggregate in your one account or multiple accounts, you got to file an F bar. So I generally don't have that much money because I'm not independently
Me either.
wealthy. Yeah, so and there are things you can do about that also, but I'm just saying that that's by law what you're supposed to do. And if you move a certain amount of money or whatever, the bank, even the foreign banks, are supposed to report that to the U.S. government. And that's why, like when I opened
They
my
probably
Thai
will
bank account,
report.
I had to fill out a stack of paperwork like that with Bangkok
Wow.
Bank when I opened an account there because they're all about, they want to do all this, that. But now things have changed a little bit, and they blame it on the U.S. They said it's not them; it's the U.S. They don't even want to. They don't want to deal with the U.S. regulations, banking regulations, and whatnot. As far as all the money and yeah, there's stuff going on there, and that goes all the way back to Obama. But we don't want to get into politics and some of
Well,
the
I'll tell you, if
banking crap that
YouTube
he did.
affects my pay in any way, if YouTube affects my lifestyle and my pay in any ways, YouTube would be gone in a second. This
Yeah,
is not why I
yeah,
came here to make money.
yeah. Well, yeah, I mean,
To meet the
you and I talked
monetization.
about
I don't
that.
give a damn. Yeah,
Yeah, you and I thought we're doing this for fun and just for enjoyment and
yeah,
something to do. I'm not trying
right.
to I don't need to get rich off of this. You know, I,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not even worried about that. I'll take money because any money somebody gives me is not money I had before. So I'll take the gift.
yeah.
But I'm not, yeah, I
I
don't,
just want you to go over your
this is
limit.
not my income.
You go over your
Right.
limit, it affects your retirement. That's going to hurt. But
Yeah.
YouTube, you're damn sure YouTube with their W-9 is reporting every penny you make is
Oh,
paid in
sure.
dollar to you.
Yeah.
So they're going to
Well,
report all of that.
yeah, I don't ever anticipate my channel being like that where I have to worry
Just like
about it.
everybody told me, they told me, put your wife as a recipient, not you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can use a girlfriend if you trust her. Put her as your
Yeah.
recipient, as the channel is hers. Put the name there and give her address and information,
Well,
and
I
all
tell
the
you what,
money will go into her account.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Mike. I'll just make you the recipient so that you're the one who has to worry
No,
about
no,
going over,
no.
not me.
No, no, no. They
We'll
come hunt me
settle up
down, they
later.
better come to hunt the mountains because they're not going to
We'll
find Mr. White. They're going to not find me. What are they going to do?
we'll
Come find me in the Philippines and extradite me over a
we'll
few hundred pesos?
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. But we'll settle up later. And if you don't give me my money, you might go out one morning. There might only be two boats instead of three. And
There you
that's
go.
we can
Yeah,
settle up a different
why
way.
not?
I'm joking. All right, let's shut this
Steve says,
down.
I'm doing this for fun too. All right, guys, take
Okay.
care.
Yeah, Steve,
God
thanks for
bless. We
coming
love you.
on.
We'll
And
chat with you later.
ladies, thanks for coming on. Angela, Jen,
Yeah. Thank you,
and
Angela. Jen,
yeah,
thanks. Nice to meet you.
and
You
Angela's
can go to my
family that's
channel also and
watching
follow me.
from across
Yeah.
on the other side of
Everybody.
the wall. Thank you. Everybody go to
Yeah.
sleep now. Take
Please
care.
like and
Thanks, Mike.
subscribe, guys. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.